So hello again
Good luck and
everyone.
have
So I'm
fun.
back again with
I
another
hate
replay
it.
analysis of one of my games. So this will be a Zerg versus Terran. I'm up against a Terran which goes by the name Top. So I think this is one of the cleanest games that I played. So of course it's not yet it's still not perfect. I still got a lot of errors, but on my part I think this is one of the cleanest games for me. Okay, so for ZvT, ZvT is a really simple game, a simple match up because all you have to do is just make drones. And what I mean by that is, okay, let me go a little faster. So I'll be going for a standard opening, which is a 16 hatch, 18 gas, and then 17 full. And then from that, all you have to do is just make drones up to 20. And then I won't be making a 20 overload. Instead, I'll be taking my third early. So we are going at 18 supply right now. Um, okay, so at 20, 20, at 20 supply, I'll send my one of the drones from the gas. Specifically, I'll be sending a drone from the gas at 60 gas, and then it will go to my third to take the third hatch. Now, for me, this is at first I'm quite weak if I often lose if I get this low ground expansion instead of this one. But if you have this expansion, all you have to do is just make sure to destroy these rocks to so that even if the Terran pushes here, you'll have a very big surface area. And that is always usually good for the Zerg. Okay, so of course two queens and two sets of links. So that will be four links. And then I'll be making just drones up to this point.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, so dealing with the Reaper, what you want to do, what I usually do is I just keep the Reaper attacking me on the crypt, but I won't be engaging him. So if he goes this deep, I'll engage with my Zerglings, and then I'll just pull back the low ones, the low health ones. Okay, so until my queen pops out. If my queen pops out, that will be the end of the shenanigans of the or the pressure of the Reaper. Okay,
You
so
made
going back
another
and
queen.
forth, and then the queen is out. Just pull back all your links. You won't be able to kill this Reaper even if it is on creep and you have already the queen. All you have to do is just push back the Reaper. Just make sure don't this Reaper will not get anything. Maybe it can get like one or two links and you're still fine with that. But ideally, if the Reaper doesn't get anything, um, that's uh, that's already good for the Zerg. Okay, so let's continue. Okay. And then at this point, the Reaper, as you can see, the Reaper is already on low health. That's why I can put my crit tumor on the edge of the creep. But if the Reaper is still at maybe half or full health, especially in full health, if the Reaper is in full health, you want to get your tumor right around here so that it will safer. Because if the first tumor got sniped, that is really good for the Terran and that will be very bad for us. Okay, so inject and then a tumor. So very standard. Okay. So I just tried to catch the Reaper off guard. Maybe for some reason, maybe the Terran's not looking, so he will lose the Reaper. That's very big for us because the Reaper, if we get the Reaper, the Terran won't be able to scout. What I so this overlord just stays here, but I think it's much safer that all you have to do. What I usually do is just check for the expansion. If there's an expansion, I want this overlord to go here. It will be much safer rather than losing this overlord. Because if you put your overlord here, you will still see the Helions coming. Okay, so there's just drones from this point, drones, and of course at 31 supply you'll get your queen and an overlord. At 36 supply, get an overlord, another overlord, and we'll get another queen here. So just make sure don't miss any injects. So I'll be starting a queen here, and then another creep tumor. Since I already killed the Reaper. when this finishes up, make a queen here, and then just if this is already 16, if the minerals are already saturated, make another two drones for this one for the gas to saturate the gas, and then I forgot to say that I'll also be pulling two drones out of the gas, so leaving only one drone on the gas. And then when my natural gets saturated, I'll make another two drones for this one and one more drone here because I want to get my Baneling next early, just to be safe against Hellbat's pressure. Okay. So I think I'll be getting my Baneling nest. Yes, okay, Baneling nest, and then this, as you can see, I'm still making some drones. I think it's not a really big of a deal. But after that, saturate the gas, one baling nest, and make sure that this is 16. So I'm still making three drones, so this will be saturated. And just make another set of links. Maybe I usually make around another 10 to 14 links. Not really sure how many I will make here. But I saw the Helions move out. So I know that this is a factory reactor already, even though I didn't see the factory, because he made four Helions, right? Four Helions. If the factory that is making helium is not, maybe let's say that he gets here, we see only three helions, that means that making the factory is just making without reactor. So the reactor is already gone because remember that if the Terran is making a because if the Terran is making a Helion and it goes by twos, divisible by two, therefore the reactor, his factory has a reactor in it. So now I'm making some links, just a defensive links. I always do this no matter what, no, even though I don't see the Helions. I always do this. Okay. So see, the Helions they're already here. So at this point, I know that he'll be going to my natural. So just pull back my links. I don't want to lose these links for free for these Helions. So let me go slower. Okay. So the micro here is just make sure that you are wrapping around. Okay. So I'm just waiting for my additional links. And then attack. And then that's it. That's the micro that you need. So losing those four Helions practically for free is very good for us. So at this point, all you have to do is just make drones. And there's no any pressure that the Terran can give you. As you can see, I'm already up in supply, very ahead in supply. This is just because the Terran is. I don't think that this Terran is particularly good. It's just that he's not making. For example, he's not making SAV right now. That's why he's floating some minerals and very far behind of the supply. And at around 4:30, I'll be getting my spores. Again, that's no matter what. Even though I don't see anything, I'll be getting my spores. Okay. So getting my spores at around 4:30, maybe a little bit later. But this is usually 4:30. Okay. So when I'm getting my spores, I also get my lair. Okay. So this one will keep on making queens and just make drones. Okay, just make drones. So as you can see, I'm already up by 10 drones, by 10 workers. Okay, so this is the spores. We got spore and spore. Just make drones. As you can see, I'm only making drones, nothing else. Making drones. Okay. So when my third base is already saturated, I'll just get either here or these gases, two gases. So two gases because it's already saturated. Okay. So I saw a bunch. I think the bunch was able to kill some drones. Yeah. So I already saw the Banshee. Our spore is already done. So we will be safe against the Banshee. So just defend the Banshee using the queens. I think it's a better defense here is if I split the queens, maybe two here and then two here. And we'll be absolutely safe. Even if the Banshee goes here, we got a queen here for the inject. So now make sure to destroy this rock and this one. Very important because if you don't, the Terran will just put some tanks here, maybe two tanks and another here, and it will be a really pain in the ass to deal with that. So just make drones. Okay, I'm taking off. So I'm already 22 here. 22 here, so that's the drones are already enough to saturate the gas, and then 22 here, and then the gases. Okay. When I take when I put drones on the gases, I'll take my evo chamber. Okay, not I'm not taking the evo chamber at the same time to take the same time I'm taking my gases. So what I do is when I'm putting drones on the gases, I'll be taking my two evo chambers. Okay, and since Baylor is done, I'll be taking my Baneling speed already. Again, this is the cleanest game that I played, but of course, there's still a lot of improvement that I can do. So taking my Baneling speed, make sure to spread your cryptomores and take your 1-1. So there's basically nothing to worry about here. He won't be attacking real soon. Okay. So as you can see, because well, I can keep droning because I saw a Banshee. Okay? If the Terran is going for a 2-1-1 build, okay, the two barracks and one factory and one starport, and then he'll be going for two medivacs with full of marines, that is 16 marines. That usually hits at around 430. But again, the marines are still not here. That is because he made the Banshee. So every time, okay, so when the Terran goes for a 2-1-1, the timing will hit at 430. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. 4:30 is the time that I'll be making links if the Terran is making a 2-1-1 build. But again, that is I know that is already not a 2-1-1 build because there are four Hellions that attacked me earlier, right? So the 2-1-1 will not hit. It usually hits at around maybe 4:20 to 5:30. Okay, the Marines, the Medivac with the Marines will already be on the side of my map. But since he made a Hellion, it is impossible for him to hit that timing already. So it will be late. So maybe I can drone up to. So instead of making links at 4:30, maybe I can make links at around 5. But again, there's a Banshee. So if there's a Banshee out, again, it will be late. So instead of 5, maybe I can still make a drones up to 5:30. So every time that he makes something that is not aligned with the 2-1-1 build, you can make more drones against that. Okay, so keep droning. I'm taking this base, and I can see by the bunch here, and I have nothing to worry about with this banshee because it's already maybe around 2 to 3, maybe 2 hits with the queens. Yeah, and I think one of the mistakes that I made here is I should have made a overseer as soon as the lair finishes. That's why this banshee was able to deal some damage. Not that game ending damage, but I'm still fine. So again, he made another banshee. Therefore, he won't be the timing of his marine push will be late again. So again, just that's why I'm still making drones at this point. So I can saturate this one. I know that. So we cleaned up that banshee, and we have our some of the links, and we already have our our bane speed coming. So this two upgrade should be aligned. So that's an error on my part. So I can still. So now I think yeah, this is already saturated. So I got my 6 gases going, and then 3 base and 4 bases now saturated with minerals. So at this point I can now start making units because I'll be seeing that the third has just is being started just right now. Okay. So I see that the third base is just starting right now. So I know that he won't that I will still be able to defend whatever he pushes right now. Okay. So just make links and main links. Make sure to morph some, and then make sure not to miss any injects. So I'm taking my base here, and I'm taking another macro hatch here. At this point, if you were able to do a droning, if your drones are already, for example, I'm already at 80 drones, you'll be able to make Unix non-stop as long as you don't miss any injects. But I think, of course, my injects are not still perfect. So that's why I'm floating some minerals. So at this point, I saw that he's coming with the link. with the push with the marines and tanks, and I'm pretty sure that I can defend this very easily. So that's why my initial what my reaction from this one is I can probably defend this with just queens and banes. So all my bef- all my links, I'll be morphing some banes, okay, some banes, and then these links will go for a run by, okay, because these banes and my queens are already enough for me to defend this push for sure. As long as I don't mess up my micro. Okay, so this will be going for a run by, and my creep is already here. I could have attack him here. That will be very good for us, but instead I just let him come here. See, if the rocks are still here or there is a rock here, he can just YOLO here and just uh keep pressuring me. So this is very important to destroy this rock and this rock so that you'll have a very big surface area. Okay, so my links are already here, as I thought that there will be no defense here. Okay, so that is very good for us. Then all we have to do is just clean this up and we'll be very far ahead. So I'm pulling all my queens. Queens are really good against this one, against this type of push. But I won't be engaging here with all of my army. Okay? You don't need to engage all of. You don't need to use all your banes there just to engage with this army, because these tanks will be able to maybe just one shot these banes. And if he kites really good and I miss micro for some reason, I can still lose this game. So just pushing this one. Okay, already good. You can see queens are really good defending. Okay, so I'm now engaging with this one because it's already deep on my creep. So what I will do here is my banes will be chasing these marines. They won't be able to do anything just to run, and then these links will attack these tanks. And the queens are still here. Just make sure don't detonate all the, which I did. Don't detonate all the bane links in a tank. That's really bad. I think the tank can tank around 8 banes just to die, and that's really not a good trade. So now I'm making links. I already have this coming and this one. I think I'll be taking this base soon. I already have this one. If he goes for a drop here, I already got a 2 hydras here. And then my hive is already on the way. Okay. So I said, this is one of the games, cleanest games that I played. So you don't really need to push him here because he's off creep, and fighting off creep is not ideal most of the time. That's why I'm just fighting back. I think I'm gonna lose this one. Yeah, I should have transfused that one. I missed that a lot of times. As you can see, he doesn't have that much already. Very far behind. This is what I mean by don't push off grip. Okay, so you will the queens are way slower, of course, and I know that he doesn't have a third base, so these links are just um YOLOing here. So now he got a liberator, right? You don't need to worry about anything because we got queens to deal with the liberator. What he will eventually do here is he will push here, and I just go with my links and banes to here and then attack here. There you go. Just make sure that your links and banes are not behind the queens. Okay, that's really bad because they will be stuck. They will be stuck behind the if they are behind the queens, and they can just win the fight. Okay. As you can see, I'm still floating a lot of minerals because I'm not injecting. I think my injects are late. I'm not injecting here. Also, I should have make a queen here, and there's also no inject here. But if there's a inject here, inject. If I am injecting really good, I will be able to spend my minerals and I will be even ahead. So my queens are attacking. Okay, as you can see, I'm not engaging here. Okay, I'm not engaging with this with my units here. Well, instead, what I do is I go here. Okay, I go here and then go here, and then my queens will be pushing this. Will be pushing this one. Just make sure to transfuse. Transfuse. Make sure to target down the Liberator and then transfuse. Transfuse. That's really good. And I think that's pretty much it. We already won this game so far. There's basically nothing for him. Can't do anything. So he saw my links here that is morphing from Bane links. I really thought that he already got this base, but he doesn't. So that's why I canceled my Banes. You should always cancel that one instead of losing these links for free. As you can see, I'm already at 170 170 supply. I'm already at 80 drones. My hive is already done. And my tutu is coming. Now we got a queen coming here, and where's the queen here? I don't know where's the queen here. And there's a queen here, and then we keep injecting. You can even make two macro hatcheries if you're not really good. You're not really confident with your injecting. So now I know that this army is very small. There's no way for him to win. Okay. So again, if he goes for a drop here, there's two hydras here. So I don't have to worry about. But I usually put 4 or 5 hydras here to intercept the drop. And this hydra should be somewhere here or here. This hydra should be patrolling at this point. At this point, you can just a move. You can just a move. I'm still not engaging with my whole army. And as you can see, it almost finished him up. I almost win the fight with just a little army. Oh, I forgot that I have a run by here. At this point, because I got so much army, I can make this kind of run bys. This since our early game is really good, we can just make units from this point and still be far ahead. And just don't fight. Dealing with tanks is really simple. Compared to dealing with widow mines. That's it. And yeah, he basically doesn't have anything. That's why it's already GG for him. So again, just make drones. If you have a very clean early game, losing minimal drones, you can play a game like this, and you'll be gaining an MMR in no time. So I think that's it for this video, and I hope you guys learned something from this one. And don't forget to like my videos and subscribe for more, so that and hit the bell notification so that you'll be notified once I upload a new one. So that's it, and thank you guys for watching, and have a good one. Bye.